Chapter 11. The Time When Waiting and Anticipation Coexisted. As one identical day followed another, before I knew it, the last Friday of November had arrived. If anything was different, it was that for those 2 whole weeks, waiting and anticipation had lived side by side inside me. "Alex, I'm on the A2 Autobahn right now. I should be there by 6. The moment I read the message, I called her. "Hello? Annette, it's me. How are you feeling?" "I'm good. You?" "Same Friday as always. The only difference is, I'm waiting for you now." "Haha, stop. You're embarrassing me." "Drive safe. Let me know when you get here, okay?" "I will. I'll call you." I hung up and stared at my phone for a long time. I didn't know why. Then I pulled myself together, changed clothes, and got ready to leave the office. I don't understand these feelings. All of this is happening for the first time in my life, and at the same time, it terrifies me. If she disappears, can I go back to who I used to be? Probably not. Maybe that's why I've been so afraid of meeting someone for so long. Because there's nothing harder than letting someone into your heart. Back home, I lay on the couch and looked through the photos of us. The first one we'd taken together on the bridge. After that, a few more that had quietly accumulated. I caught myself smiling. Then I fell asleep. The buzz of my phone woke me. "Hello?" "It's me. I just came off the Autobahn. I'll be at the parking lot in 10 minutes. "Okay, I'm heading out now." "I missed you." "Me too." I pulled on my jacket and walked toward the parking lot of the company where she'd start working in January. The whole way, words turned over in my head, but the moment I saw her, every one of them was gone. "I missed you, Annette." "I missed you too, so much." I held her tight and slowly brought my lips to hers. A short kiss. Too short to make up for 2 weeks, maybe, but enough. "Alex, are you staying with me tonight?" "Yeah. I don't want to be apart from you." "But Monday I have to go to the Christmas party at the new company. You know that." "Yeah, I know." "And after the party, I have to go see Denny." "Can't I come with you?" "You'd have to wait in the car for a long time." "Then I'll just stay home. I've got books to catch up on." We talked like that as we tried to figure out what to eat. "How about pizza tonight? There's a good place about 13 minutes from here on foot. Thin crust, good salads." "Sounds good. Let's go there." The pizzeria was cozier than I'd expected. We ate and caught up on everything we hadn't been able to say over the last 2 weeks. After I paid, we took each other's hands and started walking toward the hotel. That's when she said quietly, "I had a fight with my husband yesterday. I was in a pretty bad mood." "What happened?" "He said he'd take care of the dogs. Then yesterday he suddenly said he wouldn't. He knows exactly how to push my buttons." I didn't know what to say. She was in the middle of divorce proceedings. Around next June, the paperwork would be finished, and under German law, there would still be a 2-year cooling-off period after that, she'd told me. I'd known that from the beginning, but hearing it directly from her made something in me feel heavy. I was sorry I couldn't do anything for her inside that process, sorry without really having a reason to be. "And a few days ago, he wanted to bring his girlfriend home. To introduce her to me," he said. Is that normal among Germans? My idea of normal is kind of falling apart. "Some people do. Some don't." My friend Melly was living with her boyfriend in the middle of her own divorce, too. Right. I shouldn't be judging by my own standards. A short silence. Then, as if she'd just remembered, she said, "Alex, there's something I never told you. From April, when I asked if we could meet. Now I remember. Before that, your husband had already said he wanted to introduce his girlfriend, while you were on the phone at home. Yeah, that's right. That time, I told my husband, too, that I'd probably get to know someone, that he was a man and Korean. I remember. You said he just listened. Yeah. We walked a little further. Then she said quietly, I won't forget that moment. When I came to this city for the first time, and a week later when I was leaving, you went to shake my hand, and I said I wanted to hug you instead. I remember. Thinking about someone like that, it was only the second time in my life. The second time. The words settled quietly somewhere in my chest. That's why I told you your first boyfriend was a good man. He's gone, but he remains a beautiful memory for you. Since I've been talking with you, that's faded a lot. She stopped for a second and looked at me. I love you, Alex, with all my heart. Ich liebe dich von ganzem Herzen auch. We walked back to the hotel hand in hand. When we opened the door to the room, warm air folded around our faces. Annette, are you tired? A little, but with you, everything's okay. What about you? Do you regret it? I didn't know it yet. Back then, I simply took her for a strong person. I was completely wrong. It was a terrible misunderstanding. If I were going to regret it, I wouldn't have started. That was all that came out. Whether there was more to say, I didn't know, but it seemed to be enough. That was how we slowly drew closer to each other. When morning came and I opened my eyes, I saw her sleeping face beside me. This person really does have a clear soul. In that moment, she opened her eyes. She looked at me and just smiled, without a word. Chapter 12. Bright moments and the loneliness that lives in them. And so we greeted Saturday morning. The weather was true to early German winter, a dreary gray that filled the whole sky. But with her beside me, the world I saw was something else entirely. Not hungry, Annette? Just looking at you puts me in a good mood, so I hadn't really thought about it. Aw, come on, it's already 8:30. Let's get breakfast first. Shower first or eat first? Eat first. Her breakfast was always simple. Coffee, orange juice, 2 slices of bread, one with fruit jam, the other with Nutella and cheese on top. But today she was eating a little more than usual. You're eating more than usual today? It's strange, but I get hungrier when I'm with you. I don't know why, but would you still love me if I were fat? I love you, Annette, the person you are. Heavy or thin, that's just the outside. It doesn't show who you really are. What kind of answer is that? We finished breakfast like that, brought our coffee back, and sat down at the table. I was watching her, and in that moment, her, and behind her, through the glass, all the way to the Marienburg fortress, it all looked painted in entirely different colors. What are you looking at, Alex? Nothing. I was just looking at you. Why? I can't explain it, just because it's you. We finished the coffee, and I held her hand tight, and we went back up to the room. I'll shower first. You're so quick, it's better if I go first. Sure. I'll have a cigarette out on the terrace. When are you finally going to quit? Maybe someday, if you get pregnant. That'd be tough. I'm too old for that. She disappeared into the shower, and I stepped out onto the terrace and lit a cigarette. It was below freezing, but I felt warm. When she's here, and when she's in some other city, everything is different. The very temperature of the city, the mood drifting through the air. Is it only me who feels this? I opened the terrace door and came back inside. The heater had left the room warm, and from the bathroom came the sound of running water. I don't even know what came over me. At some point, I undressed and opened the bathroom door. She gave a start. What? What is it? Is something urgent? No, I just wanted to see you. Are you getting in or not? I stepped slowly toward her. Warm water ran down over her hair. Through the steam, I could see her face. And so we moved from the shower to the bed, and from the bed back to the shower. God, look at us. It's already 11. Then let's hit the Asian market first. Do I need to shower again? No, I'll just dry my hair. We pulled ourselves together quickly and headed out. On the way to the Asian market, there were more people out than I'd expected. People I never noticed when I walked alone. Why did there seem to be so many of them the moment I walked with her? At the market, she picked up some mint chocolate mochi. Mint chocolate? Yeah, these are good, really. Ugh, yeah? Should I try them too? Buy some and taste them. I'm serious. You buy them first and give me one. I'll try it and decide. Okay. We left the Asian market and walked the afternoon streets of Würzburg. It was a little cold out, but with our hands clasped tight, I didn't feel the cold at all. As we walked, we stopped in front of an Italian restaurant. Want to get lunch? I'm not that hungry. You are, though? Then let's grab something quick here. Pizza. Sure. Just then, her phone rang. She glanced at the screen. I'll just take this for a moment. Take it here. If it's awkward, I'll step away for a cigarette. I finished my cigarette and came back in. When I looked at her face, there was a shadow to it. You okay? Yeah, everything's fine. I wanted to ask her something, but I couldn't bring myself to. Not yet. We ate our food and drank our coffee. Then she was the one to speak first. My husband called. About the dogs. What about? He said he can't come by on Monday to feed them. Just told me, like that, no discussion. So what happens with the dog's lunch on Monday? I'll ask a friend or talk to Kevin and have him swing by the house for a minute. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know, I just feel sorry. Why would you be? It's fine, don't say that. In that awkward silence, we paid, left the restaurant, and walked through the Altstadt. Annette, want to hear something kind of funny? Yeah, tell me. I've been thinking lately about quitting my job. She looked at me. Out of nowhere? Not out of nowhere. I've thought about it for a long time. I think I kept holding on to it even though I knew I wasn't doing the work because I loved it. But lately, I feel like I'm starting to understand, bit by bit, what I actually want. A brief silence passed. And what's that? I looked at her. Putting it into words felt strange, somehow. Right now, I just want to walk beside you. Like this. She said nothing and just looked at me. This man is a strange one. He says, right now, I just want to walk beside you, like this. And how does a line that short lodge itself so deep in my chest? It isn't flashy, it isn't grand. I'm happy, truly. And yet that happiness is the very thing that frightens me sometimes. Taking that call today pulled me back to reality for a moment. My ex-husband. Though for now, legally, he's still my husband. Even as we talked about feeding the dogs, I knew far too well what lay behind his voice. That house, that life, none of it is fully untangled yet. Alex just said he was sorry, even though he has nothing to apologize for. That, of all things, was what weighed heavily on my heart. This man knows everything I carry, and still he simply stays beside me, asking for nothing. But sometimes that scares me even more. How long can he stay like this? While my life stays this tangled, won't he wear out? I don't know. The more I think, the further any answer slips away. Just feel this moment, that right now I'm holding this hand and walking. That's all. For now, that's enough. Probably. After we'd made a full loop of the Altstadt, we found a Korean restaurant. It was a small wonder that such a place existed in Würzburg at all. Have you been here before? No, first time. Do you eat Korean food often? Sometimes, but you picked it today, so it's on you. Haha, got it. The food came, and she ate more heartily than I'd expected. Now and then she'd ask, "What's this?" And when I explained, she'd nod and go back to eating. Something about it made me smile. Is it good? Yeah, way better than I thought. Good. There was no real conversation, just eating, laughing now and then, looking at each other. That was enough. Back at the hotel, we lay side by side on the bed. The TV was on, though who could say whether we were watching it. At some point, she looked at me, and I looked at her. Neither of us said a word. And so, watching each other, we drifted off to sleep. Sunday morning started late. No alarm, and neither of us had any intention of waking the other. When I opened my eyes, it was already nearly 11. Can you get up? Just a little longer. I laughed as she tugged the blanket tighter around herself. In the end, we didn't stir until it was nearly noon. We had a late breakfast at a restaurant nearby. Too late to really call it brunch, but what did that matter? She drank 2 whole cups of coffee, and I watched her, a little dazed. Why are you staring again? Just because. Just because. What does that even mean? It's hard to explain. She let out a small laugh and set her cup down. After the meal, we walked slowly. No destination. Walking when we felt like walking, stopping when we felt like stopping. In front of some cafe, she asked, "Want another coffee?" And I said, "Sure." We sat at a window seat and drank our coffee. Outside, Würzburg's Sunday afternoon drifted quietly past. She gazed out the window, then said softly, "If I start working here in January, I'll walk streets like these every day." Those words landed heavier than I expected. Then let's walk together sometimes. She looked at me and smiled. No answer, but that was enough. Back at the hotel, we talked about all kinds of things for no real reason. Stories from when she was little, funny episodes from my time in the service, which season each of us liked best, which foods we couldn't stand. None of it mattered much, and yet those are the things that seem to stay with you the longest. At some point, her words slowed and slowed, until at last she fell asleep against my shoulder. Starting tomorrow, the hours of her life that I know nothing about begin. I turned off the light and shifted gently so she could lie comfortably. Then I closed my eyes too. Chapter 13. The Time Alone. At 5 in the morning, my eyes opened on their own. Some habits probably never change, no matter how much time passes. I just watched her sleep. Someone else might have called it ordinary, just an everyday thing. For me, it was anything but. Every moment with her was extraordinary. I got up quietly so I wouldn't wake her, sat down on the sofa, and looked at her. I didn't even blink, so I could take in all of her. What's waiting for us at the end of this road? Or, what's waiting for me? "Alex, why are you up so early?" My eyes just open on their own. "Why are you awake? It's barely 6. "I was asleep, and then I couldn't feel your warmth anymore, so I woke up." "I'm just right here beside you, like always." "Thank you for staying next to me." "I'm the one who should be thanking you. I mean it." You probably have no idea how much you've changed me. Want some coffee, Annette?
Yeah.
I'll make it quick. For hotel coffee, it's honestly not bad. Though to me, it all tastes the same anyway.
So what time does the Christmas party start today? I think you said 4?
Yeah, that's right.
Then we've got some time. Anything you need to pick up first?
No. As long as I'm with you, everything's good. Even the silence when I'm leaning on your shoulder. I held her hand a little tighter.
Then let's rest a bit and have breakfast. I like just being next to you like this too.
By a little past 8, we headed down to the restaurant. So today's plan is just to relax at the hotel and then go to the party? Nothing else special? After breakfast, let's go see the Residenz Würzburg. Last time we only walked through it so briefly. Today I want to walk more with you.
Sure, let's do that.
Yesterday had been overcast, but today the sun was so strong it was hard to believe it was December. Maybe it was because she was in this city. We ate, changed, and started walking toward the residence. On the way, we laughed about nothing in particular and held each other's hands tight. These few days feel like a midsummer dream. Tomorrow she goes back to her city, and I go back to the office, back to the everyday. I'm really not used to anything like this.
What are you thinking about so hard? Alex, you really think too much.
Sorry. Something just crossed my mind and I couldn't get the words out.
What is it? You looked so serious.
It's just, tomorrow you go home. I'm not handling my own feelings as well as I thought. I don't know what the problem is, but something keeps stabbing at my chest. I can't tell what it is.
I'm sorry. My situation is a little complicated, isn't it?
No, I love you. That's enough.
I really love you, Alex.
I love you too, Annette, with everything I have. We reached the residence and walked along the outside, looking up at it.
Alex, I really love old buildings like this. Not the modern kind, the ones built from old stone.
Why?
Just looking at them makes me feel calm, that's all.
Time passed, and before long, we were back at the hotel. It was time for her to leave for the Christmas party, so she changed and sat on the sofa for a moment.
The party will probably wrap up around 7. After that, I'll go straight to Denny's, have dinner there, and come back to the hotel. What are you going to do until then? It's 3 now.
I'll read some of the books I've fallen behind on, write in the journal I've been neglecting, that kind of thing.
Okay, I'll call you when the party's over. Don't forget, make sure you eat dinner, got it?
Yeah, don't worry. And so she left for the party, and I was alone in the hotel room. At first, the quiet, the sound of pages turning, put me at ease. But as time went on, I turned a page and realized I'd read the same one 3 times. No matter how much I stared at the book, no matter how I tried to write, nothing in me would settle. Then, out of nowhere, that day came back. Kandahar, Afghanistan. The last operation came down on me without warning. That place I'll never forget, no matter how many years pass. Panjwai. Zip, zip, zip. Whoom. The sharp whine of rounds slicing the air. Shit, of course. An op never once went the way it was supposed to. The Taliban have already pushed this far, and we're acting like we have time. Boss, the backup element isn't going to make it either. We can't cover this on our own. And NATO said at the morning brief there'd be no support. If we don't pull out now, we never will. You need to make the call, now. If we exfil by road through Panjwai, they'll catch all of us. The safest route is through Al-Kozi, toward the mountains. We split the team in 2. I'll take the left ridge line with the rest of the men, hold, and exfil after. Lieutenant Kim,
You take Team B and pull out immediately. I'd rather stay, boss. I've been at this longer than you. That's why it's better if I'm the one who stays. So trust me and go first.
Whip, thud. That sound wasn't so much a gunshot as something solid driving into fabric. It lasted a fraction of a second, but I knew at once where it came from. A soldier knows. The body reacts before the mind does. I saw the boss go down. LPO, get Team B moving, now! I'm staying. The LPO looked at me for a second. He didn't say anything. He nodded, led Team B down below the ridge, and was gone. I stayed beside the boss. Hey, you can really see the stars out here. His voice was strangely calm, not afraid, not in pain, like he was just saying, nice weather today. Stay with me, boss. Don't close your eyes. Keep them open. As I started first aid, what caught my eye was the wound, the abdomen. One look, and I knew. There's no getting out of this one. It's okay. You go first. I can't. That's an order, Lieutenant Kim. I couldn't say anything. I just kept my hands moving. I felt like I couldn't stop. Like the moment I stopped, everything would end. I don't know how much time passed. The gunfire grew more distant. The boss's breathing slowed. At some point, that breathing stopped. For a while, I couldn't move from that spot. Over the night sky of Kandahar, the stars really were clear. He'd been right. I left him there and came down the ridge. The others were waiting. No one said a word. We just walked together. What we saw after that was an empty coffin, not even remains inside. Only the flag laid over it. For a long time after that, I was afraid of nights when the stars came out clear. Bzz, bzz, bzz. The buzz of my phone pulled me back. A message from her. Alex, the company party's over. I'm heading to Denny's now. Do you need anything? That one small message, and the memory softened. No, my heart steadied. Why now, of all times? And why did my heart steady at a message from her? Yeah, drive safe. And if a store's still open on your way, could you grab me a cherry cola? She didn't reply, probably already driving. Being alone in the hotel room left me restless, so I wanted to walk. I closed the book, put on my jacket, and went out. The cold winter air brushed my cheeks and brought me back. I was walking the streets with my mind empty when her smiling face came to me out of nowhere, and all that coldness settled and turned warm again. Walking like that, I ended up in front of a cafe, the one where we'd first met, where we drank cappuccino. That dazzling day in May, the brightest of them all, her fresh, radiant smile. The seat along the cafe's aisle where we'd sat together. Walking alone like this, loneliness rises up in me. I thought even that had dried up inside me. So what's wrong with me? As I walked, I saw an imbis still open for business. I felt like eating dinner there, so I went in. The warm air wrapped around my cheeks. I ate a quick doner, went back to the hotel, and opened the book again. I could focus better than I expected. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Did you wait long, Shots? I'm leaving Denny's for the hotel now. No, it's fine. Aren't you tired? Drive safe. I'll be waiting at the parking lot. I got dressed again and went down to the parking lot. Far off, I could see her car coming. She parked, and the moment she stepped out, I went to her before I'd even thought about it and pulled her into a tight embrace. Is something wrong, Shots? No, I just missed you. What? I really love you, Shots. Me too. And so, in the parking lot, we felt each other's warmth and went back to the hotel. Annette, you're tired, aren't you? What time are you leaving tomorrow? Around noon?
I see. Once you go, we probably won't see each other for a while. We're both busy. Are all the kids coming for Christmas? No, just Philip and Kevin. When Philip's there, Denny doesn't want to come. Must be a twin thing. If it's all right, should I come by sometime? We'll see. But it's probably going to be really hectic. I've got to pack, make the Christmas food. By the time all that's done, the time will fly. Then we'll be apart almost a month again. Probably. I'm sorry, Alex. What are you sorry for? I know your situation. There's nothing to apologize for. But starting next year, I can spend Christmas with you, and we won't have to be apart so many days. I really love that. Me too. Being with you, getting to share everything with you, that really makes me happy. We looked at each other, and slowly the air in the room began to change. We moved toward each other. The short winter night sank quietly into itself. Her woke up. I don't even know what time it is. The room is dark and quiet. Alex was sleeping. I just looked at him, without a word, just looked. The day moved slowly through my head. The party, Denny, and that moment in the parking lot when he just held me without a word. He said, "I just missed you." That one short sentence is still sitting somewhere in my chest. This man really is strange. He doesn't ask for much. He doesn't ask much either. He's just there, waiting until I come back, just there. But that's what makes it heavier sometimes, that he asks for nothing. It only makes me think about more. Next year. He said we'd walk together, that we'd spend Christmas together. I want that too. I really do. But will it be different when next year comes? If this man comes all the way into my life, the things I'm carrying alone right now, won't they become a weight for him too? I don't know. Right now, I'm content just to look at his sleeping face, just for this moment. Tomorrow I have to leave, and then we'll each go back to our own everyday lives. But strangely, there's a place for this man in that everyday now. Whether that's frightening or wonderful, I still don't know. Probably both. I should close my eyes again, because tomorrow morning I can start the day looking at his face again.